Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Awesome. I feel like I'm at a media scrum with all these cameras, so I better not say anything silly. My name is Mike Kennedy. I am one of the co-deans of Awesome for the Halifax Awesome Foundation, and we're really pumped to be here at the Discovery Center tonight to find Halifax's newest $1,000-millionaire and someone that's going to bring here some awesome ideas to make Halifax more awesome. So, here we are. I'm pumped. This is our final event for 2012, and I think this is actually this will be like the 10,000th dollar we've given out as the Awesome Foundation. So, are we ready to rock and roll here?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got an awesome group of finalists here tonight, but kicking things off is going to be Ryan's project from Enactus St. Mary's, and I'm going to kick it over to Brendan Piper.
The Green Team was formed with 3 organizations: Enactus St. Mary's, Green Schools Nova Scotia, and Colbert Ettinger Elementary.
So, Green Schools Nova Scotia is a program of Clean Nova Scotia in Dartmouth, and we work in over 47 schools across the province, one of which, of course, is Colbert Ettinger. So they signed on to the program about a year ago, and since then we've formed an awesome partnership with the Enactus team, and we've been helping make the school awesome by doing its part for the environment. So we're funded by Efficiency Nova Scotia, so one of our big priority areas is to promote alternative energy and renewable energy in schools. So with part of this money, we're going to install some energy efficient light bulbs, reducing the power consumption and showing that a little action can make a big difference.
Enactus is a volunteer-based student society from St. Mary's, which runs 13 projects in our community. The fastest growing and most fun, as you can already probably tell, is to work with the Green Team. The enthusiasm and commitment that these students have shown has really gained support in the community. This year, the community gave back, assisting in building above-ground gardening plots for the school. The Green Team would like to add more plots and outdoor learning area.
Both the gardening and the outdoor learning area have been a problem.
They depend on nice weather. We wanted a space that we can utilize all year round. We decided a greenhouse met this goal and, if designed properly, more. The teachers can use the space to teach about natural systems. The students can learn how to grow healthily local food. And the community can show that they can accomplish their goals. But we're not just talking about any old greenhouse. Oh no! We'd like to construct a solar-heated greenhouse designed with shed capabilities and rain catchment abilities. But if we're going to design and construct this super greenhouse, the teachers are going to have to become the students. We had to call in some experienced groups, several of which were very interested in this project. We have also spoken to District 10 Councillor Russell Walker, who expressed interest in matching the funds that we can gather.
Okay, so if the solar greenhouse project moves forward, we're going to lend support in any way that we can, working on the ground with the students, connecting them with local experts, and helping them to eat the delicious vegetables that they grow. So basically this $1,000 is the key to get the ball rolling. With it, we're going to, of course, install our light bulbs, and hopefully expand the outdoor learning area and garden, and build our dream greenhouse. All while empowering. Woo!
Here is E. McDonald, and this is the Spring Garden Road Smile Campaign.
Now, how many people would say you smile often, more than average? Okay, I got some good news. Smiles are scientifically proven to reduce stress, increase your health, and help you to live a longer and happier life. We all know this. But how many people smile when they pass somebody on the street? A few people, that's good. We're in a great crowd. This really is an awesome crowd, all right. But most people don't do that, you notice? And I can't help but wonder, why is that? It's a question I've often asked myself as I walk to work. I remember one time going up Spring Garden Road. I was having a terrible day. We all have ups and downs, but this was a terrible day. And nothing was going my way. I was running late, it was cold as anything, and the sun hadn't shone in a month. People were rushing by me on both sides, and nobody was making eye contact. I'm an optimistic guy, but sometimes it just gets you down. I felt so alone in the world. I couldn't help but think, what's the point? And that's what had happened. Somebody passed and looked me right in the eye, and they smiled. We didn't stop, we didn't talk. I never saw this person again, but this ray of hope, this one shining light in all of the darkness, changed my day profoundly. And that's the reason I'm here today, to share with you my idea for the Spring Garden Road Smile Campaign. See, I want to share that experience with everybody. The Spring Garden Road Smile Campaign is set to take place in 3 stages. The first one is an online comedy video that will introduce the theme song. The second one is that same song playing on radio as part of a public service announcement. The third part is our logo on stickers, on posters, in newspaper, anywhere and everywhere, just reminding people to smile. The goal of the campaign is to spread positive energy and just goodness around our own community. It's an attempt to make Halifax more awesome by being people, passing people, treating people like people. We're all here on this earth for a limited time, and everything we do is a choice. Fear is a choice. Love is a choice. Anger is a choice. Smiling is a choice. We choose, and in so doing, we create a reality. Now, it's my hope that this Smile campaign, although, of course it can't make everybody smile, but in a world that's increasingly unpredictable, this Smile campaign can be a reminder that we're all members of the community. We're in this together, and we all have our own unique personalities. We're all beautiful, and if we could just share that gift with each other, we could make this world a more beautiful place, and that starts with us. If I have one time and 1 minute, I'd like to play a 1-minute song. All right. So remember, next time you're walking down Spring Garden Road, when you're walking down Spring Garden Road, just smile. And once in a while, will people smile back? When you're walking down Spring Garden Road, just smile. And every once in a while, people smile back. Sometimes people stare straight ahead. Fear, stress, hopelessness, still in their hands. The harder life gets, the harder they try. The smile passing you by. Still walking down Spring Garden Road. Just smile. Every once in a while, people smile back.
What a drama. When you're ready, this is Smith Fashion Grant and Sherry Bain, and this is Make Your Mark, Christmas and St. Pat's, and On Your Mark.
Thanks for coming, everyone. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the awesome foundation for allowing us to do this. Hi, I'm Sherry Bain.
And I'm Natasha Grant.
We live in the Central North End, and we'd like to organize and host the first ever community Christmas celebration in our neighborhood. The Central North End is home to people with a history of being pushed aside in the name of progress.
Uniacke Square was opened in 1966 as a 250-unit housing project built for the Africville community, who had their land taken by the city in 1962. They retained a human rights lawyer and organized a united front against the forced relocation. But their homes and church were eventually ordered destroyed, and the residents evicted during the late 1960s. The decision to demolish Africville was made, council and staff said, in the best interests of the residents and prior to consulting the community.
Fast forward 2012. History has a way of repeating itself if we don't pay attention. In the heart of the central North End, bordering Uniacke Square, is St. Patrick's Alexander School, the school that many residents of Uniacke Square in the North End attended. The primary to grade 9 school was declared surplus in 2008. The property was eventually sold to Jono Developments. Despite HRM policy that required community consultation and the opportunity to be fairly considered in the sale process prior to public tender.
Against the odds, a small group of people from the central North End and their supporters challenged City Hall and won. On September 24, 2012, the Supreme Court of Nova Scotia decided in favor of the community groups, and the former sale of St. Pat's Alexander School to Jono Developments was reversed.
Unfortunately, the recent victory went by without much fanfare. Therefore, we'd like to organize an evening of celebration, holiday cheer, and create an avenue to begin discussions with the residents of the North End about the future and the potential of the St. Pat's Alexander property.
We are challenged by a history of being overlooked, unheard, disregarded, neglected, and underestimated. However, we still have the right to influence what happens in our neighborhood. We recently seen that when people stand together, we can and have changed a legacy of being bulldozed.
We fought City Hall and won. The Central North End has become a wonderful tapestry of communities within a community. Our diversity is reflected in the faces of the people who walk our streets, the businesses that line our streets, and the community services and programs we provide.
Our celebration was designed with that in mind. Our entertainment will reflect diversity. Our message will acknowledge that this is an opportunity that requires all of our voices. And our Community Unity Board will stand as a reminder of how we all can come together for the good of our neighborhood.
We will create a signature station, equipped with colored markers and a prepared wooden canvas. Everyone will be invited to sign the board, which will eventually be hung in a place of prominence, perhaps even a community resource center on the St. Pat's property.
We'll serve hot chocolate and cider. There will be caroling, a DJ, a local choir, youth performers, and native drumming. It will all finish up with a Christmas tree decorating and lighting countdown.
$1,000 from Awesome Halifax would allow us to host our first ever community Christmas celebration, something we hope would become a tradition for future generations to come.
Community Unity!
This is Chess in a Box, and this is Blaine Gallant and his crew. Let's give him a hand.
Again, we'd like to thank the Awesome Foundation for giving us a shot to make some money here tonight to help bring a great game. Now, we had the small project. I said chess, and I said, hey, you know what? Chess, I can actually learn how to play chess. It can be done. You guys start your game there, Callum. These are some brothers. Callum's a grade 2 champion, was at the Nationals last year that we hosted here. Right? There's some other chess players. We're going to take this game over. We're going to just start playing a game here. I'm going to play against Chris, who is a very, very good chess player. Okay. So, I don't play. I run it. He's the brain. So, chess isn't just the game. We played about 5 or 6 moves. Chris what do we do? What's the whole idea behind this? And what do these kids over here do?
Well, in this game here, I started off really quick. I wanted to get as many pieces as I could in the center, so I had more options. And Blaine responded very well. He defended the center. I did. Stopped me to respond to going. So what I've done really quick is I've exchanged off pieces, and I've given him a small weakness that I'm going to try to exploit later in the game. I can exploit that weakness if the pieces come off the board. So the next 10 to 15 moves, I'm going to try and develop my pieces, get as many off as I can. I'm just going to try and keep them on and attack me.
10 or 15 moves? That's like way ahead.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, listen. Why don't you guys finish this game over here? Since he's your brother, you get to play him. You got a big advantage. Brian, you're stuck with my pieces. Good luck. Chess club in a box. One of the things that we're trying to do is get chess into schools. All of these kids, whether I know his aunt introduced the game to Callum, my brother-in-law introduced it to my son when he was 5 years old. They all really learned and excelled at chess clubs. There's a great chess club over at the Alderney Gate Library, run by Don Bidgood. It's been going on 15 years. All of these kids have played there. All the provincial champions have gone through that. We call him the Don of chess because his name's Don. But what we want to do is get the game into school. So what we're going to do is with the $1,000, we're going to get chess. We're going to provide schools with 5 quality chess club or kits like that. We have a manual that Chris has helped put together, and we'll show this and we can pass it around to the trustees. It's sort of like, how do I run a chess club when I don't know how to play chess? You don't need to know. My kids went to Hawthorne School. I did not know much about chess, but I know how to organize things. We had 192 students. We ended up with 46 in the chess club. In 2008, we had the grade 6, grade 4, and the grade 1 provincial champion representing Nova Scotia. It isn't because I taught them, because we gave them the opportunity and they learned. So what we want to do is provide chess kits, chess manuals, expertise. We will give it to the schools. They will run with it. They will have us as a resource. Chris can go into some schools and do some demonstrations to help. We will bring them over to the Alderney Gate Library and have Don Bidgood show them the ins and outs of how to run a program. You don't need to know how to do it. We sent out an email. I got 15 answers of people who wanted to be part of the pilot within 2 days. Enter school. You can become part of it. Use your brain food to become. And you want to see a big smile? My kid took 7 tournaments before he ever won a game. He won his first game, the biggest smile ever. So you don't have to sing songs. No. So that's the ins and outs of chess in a box. I'm ringing. He's about to say I'm done. Thank you very much, and we welcome your questions.
Hello, everybody. Got a new necklace.
That's awesome.
Yes, Mom?
Am I getting one of those for Christmas?
My mom wants to know if she's getting one for Christmas. Are you going to have some disappointed people, maybe, if that's the case? This is the part where I kind of draw things out unnecessarily long to build suspense. Big thanks to our trustees tonight for ponying up the cash and making it happen. And I just want to say a big thanks. That was probably the most hotly contested debate over who was going to become Halifax's newest $1,000 millionaire. So just one more big hand for all of our... And just because a particular group didn't win tonight doesn't mean that we can't make the events happen. The $1,000 that's going to go to our winner tonight comes from our pockets, but I encourage you, if you identified one of the projects here tonight, don't hesitate to throw some cash or support or contacts their way to make their event or their idea happen. So thanks a ton. It's been an amazing first year. We're getting into the $10,000 range for cash given to Halifax, and without further ado, the winner and Halifax's newest $1,000 millionaire. Can I get a drum roll, please? Chess in a Box.
I don't know.
Do you guys want to come down here too? I gotta say, like the concentration, even while we were presenting, was unbelievable. So we've got some future and current chess champions out here. Cool. So, how do you feel?
Well, stand on it. I really were a little bit overwhelmed. I found out about Awesome Halifax just before we hosted the Nationals last year, and thought, well, we could go after that. And then when we decided we were going to do this program, we wanted to launch it in November, and we had some logistical issues, and at the very last minute, some issues with copyright. So we backed it off to run it in January. And then I got this email last Monday, and we were sort of mulling about whether we're going to run with this or not. And then I said, well, let's just take a run at this, and if we get this, then we can go and get it out to all the schools that wanted it, because we were going to have to pick and choose and find 4 or 5 or 6 with the money that we had for the program. So this will allow us to get out there. And now Chris and I have some work to do in the next month, and I can send out some emails tomorrow. And what we really hope that we get from this is that in the schools that we get this into, that we get more kids involved in chess. From our end, we can get more kids to our tournaments, and when they go to tournaments and get these shiny medals, we run tournaments, we run event or groups in every age group and every skill level, and when you see a 6-year-old kid get a shiny medal, their face just lights up. And one of the things that it does, as I said, just from a personal perspective, my son started playing chess at the age of 5, and he's loved it because he's gone to the Nationals 7 years. I have not liked it because I've had to fund him going to the Nationals 7 years now. I joke, but he's learned a lot, and he's become an honor student. I think chess has played part of that, and I'm really hoping that by bringing this to the schools that we can find some kids that will themselves maybe excel in the game, and if not, this is a game that they can play for their whole life, that they can pass on to their kids. And so I think I'm going to not yammer on anymore. Just thank you very, very much. And for the trustees, we will be sending you a report on how this did. Thank you very much.
Have an awesome holiday, and maybe I like the idea of maybe giving your neighbor a high five, giving him a big smile. I think that'd be a fitting way to close the night off. Thanks a bunch. Have a great day.